This is verse 10 of the 4th chapter of the Gospel of John. Jesus is in the midst of a conversation with the woman of Samaria who's come to draw water from the well. Jesus asked her to give him a drink, surprising her because, as she notes, responding to him, the Jewish people, especially Jewish men, had no dealings with Samaritans. And so we pick up the conversation from there. Apokrythe. This is the aorist of apokrynomai. It's third person singular, aorist active indicative. Jesus answered is the meaning of it. So Jesus apokrythe answered kai apen. This is from lego, second aorist, third person singular. Aute, the feminine pronoun, dative case singular, and said to her, a, the word for if used with the indicative. This is ado is the primary verb here. This is ades, second person singular. This is the pluperfect active indicative. If you had known is the idea of it. So ado means to know. If you, second person singular, had known, tain dorion, one of the several words in the Greek language for a gift. This is the feminine form of that word. And so if you had known, in the accusative case, tain dorion, the gift to theou, of the God, the use of the definite article, of course, always in the New Testament refers to the true God, as opposed to the gods of the world, that sort of thing. So if you had known the gift of God, been a little bit of a conversation as to what exactly is intended here. Does Jesus mean the gift of God as in something symbolized by the water of which he's speaking that will eventually become this living water, even in this verse? Some think maybe that Jesus refers to himself. The very fact that he's there at the well asking this woman for a drink of water is an unspeakable gift. I think any of us would grant that if this is God incarnate who is here and he comes up and asks you for a drink of water, there's hardly any great benefit that could be viewed as exceeding that in its importance. And so maybe that's what Jesus has in mind. But one way or another, it is a gift, of course, to this woman, which she, at least at the moment, is not aware of. If you had known it, the pluperfect implying that she doesn't know it. But she is going to learn something about it soon enough. So if you had known the gift of God, kai, tis, the interrogative pronoun here, masculine singular, and who, esten, third person singular, from ami, who it is, ho legon, participle, nominative, singular, masculine, and who it is, who legon says, or the saying one, soi, to thee, pronoun, dative case, singular, and who it is that says to you, then quoting, dos, this is from didomi, second person, singular, aorist active imperative, and says to you, give moi, to me, the dative of the pronoun pain, the word from pino, which means to drink, so give to me a drink. Su, this is the pronoun, second person singular, you, and then on, a little particle here, which introduces, many times will introduce some form of the subjunctive, although here John stays with the indicative. You would have asked. This is from aiteo, to ask, contract verb. This is the aorist, second person singular. You would have asked auton, him, a pronoun, accusative, kai edoken, and this is from didomi again. This is the simply the aorist, third person singular, aorist active indicative, and he, but again it's under the shadow of on, so he would have given on, again the same word here, kind of implying the subjunctive, although we remain in the indicative mood, and he would have given soi, to you, singular, hodor, water, zone, living water. Again, this is a participle. It's in the accusative to go along with the water. It becomes the modifier of it, so it becomes living water. He would have given to you living water. It's a remarkable statement, of course. Jesus says to this woman that had she'd had a clue as to what was going on here, instead of having a conversation about whether Jewish men should be talking to Samaritan women, she would have gone immediately to the heart of the great benefit that she could receive and ask instead from him that he would give her living water. She could hardly have been expected to know all of that, of course, but Jesus is opening the door now to a further remarkable conversation with her in which that prospect is going to be open to her.